Welcome to Hot Drama TV.
First and foremost, we must mention Zu'er, once regarded as one of the most promising rising stars among China's post-95 generation of actresses. With her delicate beauty, strong screen presence, and acting skills that stood out among her peers, she quickly became the center of public attention. Many believe that if she continued on a steady path, she had every chance of becoming a new generation top actress, even a queen of the screen in the future. Her career had been progressing exactly as expected. Film and television projects followed one another, her popularity continued to rise, and major brands gradually began to approach her for endorsements. However, just as everything seemed to be moving toward a bright future, an unexpected storm struck in December 2023, abruptly changing the course of her career. An individual using the online alias Jean Junel publicly reported Zu'er for alleged tax evasion. The accusation quickly caused an uproar, especially given the heightened sensitivity surrounding tax-related scandals in China's entertainment industry in recent years. Almost overnight, Zu'er's carefully built image as a clean, promising young actress was overshadowed by doubt and controversy. Following an investigation and a summons by the tax authorities, Shanghai Hongchuan Film and Television Culture Company, Limited, a company associated with Zu'er, was required to pay 2.72 million renminbi in back taxes. Soon after, in January 2024, another abnormal payment of 5.62 million renminbi appeared in financial records. Although the exact purpose of this payment was never officially disclosed, the public widely speculated that it was either additional tax compensation or an administrative fine. What truly shocked the public was the truth behind the incident. In reality, Zu'er herself did not intentionally violate tax laws. The root of the problem was believed to lie with her former management company and financial team, who had handled her tax affairs improperly and possibly with malicious intent. Even more tragically, the whistleblower turned out to be her own uncle, who had previously served as her manager and agent. Due to serious conflicts of interest, their professional and familial relationship eventually collapsed. When reconciliation became impossible, her uncle allegedly exploited loopholes in the tax arrangements, issues he himself had once overseen, and reported them to the authorities as an act of retaliation. As a result, Zu'er became the victim of a deeply personal and calculated betrayal, transforming overnight from a rising star into the focus of public scrutiny. Although she was fundamentally a victim in this situation, the law ultimately holds the artists responsible for income declared under their name. Consequently, Zu'er could not entirely escape legal consequences. The incident forced her to suspend her career, with multiple projects halted and her public image severely damaged. This period of silence was not only a professional setback, but also a heavy emotional and psychological blow to a young actress at the peak of her momentum. Only after addressing the legal aftermath and fulfilling all required obligations did Zu'er gradually begin to return to the public eye. However, the entertainment industry is notoriously unforgiving and fiercely competitive. Lost time is difficult to recover, especially for young actresses, where every year brings new faces and rising competitors. Although she is now slowly finding her way back on track, it is undeniable that the damage caused by this incident has hindered her career development to some extent. Zu'er's story is not merely a celebrity scandal. It serves as a sobering lesson for young artists. In an industry filled with glamour but riddled with hidden dangers, choosing trustworthy management, maintaining financial transparency, and understanding one's legal responsibilities are crucial. Sometimes the deepest harm does not come from external enemies, but from those once closest and most trusted. Despite the challenges ahead, many still hope that Zu'er can rise above the shadows of the past, regain the trust of the audience, and continue to shine on the artistic path she has chosen. First and foremost, Zu'er was once regarded as one of the brightest hopes among China's post-95 generation of actresses. From a very young age, she demonstrated not only remarkable beauty, but also a rare sense of maturity in her performances. Unlike many young stars who relied solely on appearance, Zu'er was often praised for her expressive eyes, emotional depth, and natural acting style. These qualities allowed her to stand out in an increasingly crowded entertainment industry. As her career progressed, she steadily accumulated high-quality roles in television dramas and films. Each new project reinforced the perception that she was not merely a fleeting idol, but an actress with long-term potential. Industry insiders and audiences alike believed that if she continued on this upward trajectory, she could very well become one of the defining actresses of her generation, perhaps even earning the title of a new era screen queen. At the height of her momentum, Song Zu'er enjoyed strong commercial value. Her endorsements increased, her fan base expanded rapidly, and her public image remained largely positive. Everything pointed toward a future filled with opportunity and growth. However, the entertainment industry is notoriously unpredictable, and even the most promising careers can be derailed in an instant. That turning point came in December 2023, when an online whistleblower using the name Jin Junel publicly accused Song Zu'er of tax evasion. The timing of the accusation was particularly damaging, as the Chinese entertainment industry had already experienced multiple high-profile tax scandals in recent years. As a result, public trust toward celebrities on financial and legal matters was at an all-time low. The accusation spread rapidly across social media platforms, triggering intense public debate. Without waiting for official conclusions, many netizens rushed to judgment. Song Zu'er's reputation, carefully built over years of hard work, began to crumble almost overnight. Advertisers hesitated, ongoing projects faced uncertainty, and her name became synonymous with controversy rather than talent. Following the report, tax authorities summoned relevant parties for investigation. Soon afterward, Shanghai Hongchuan Film and Television Culture Company, Limited, a company linked to Song Zu'er, was ordered to pay 2.72 million renminbi in back taxes. This alone was enough to confirm that irregularities had indeed occurred. Then, in January 2024, financial records revealed an additional abnormal payment of 5.62 million renminbi. Although officials never clarified the exact nature of this sum, the prevailing assumption was that it represented further tax compensation or administrative penalties. As more information gradually surfaced, the narrative surrounding the incident became increasingly complex. Contrary to initial public perception, evidence suggested that Song Zu'er herself had not intentionally engaged in tax evasion. Instead, the core issue appeared to stem from mismanagement, or even deliberate manipulation, by her former management team. Like many young artists who enter the industry early, Song Zu'er had entrusted her financial affairs entirely to those closest to her, lacking both experience and control over complex tax structures. The most shocking revelation was the identity of the whistleblower. Jin Junel was not a stranger or rival, but Song Zu'er's own uncle, who had previously served as her manager and agent. Their relationship had once been built on trust, family ties, and shared interests. However, as Song Zu'er's career advanced and financial stakes grew, conflicts over Li interests gradually emerged. Eventually, these disputes escalated into a complete breakdown of both professional cooperation and familial bonds. According to widespread speculation, her uncle, who had once overseen her financial arrangements, used the very loopholes he helped create as a weapon against her. What began as an internal conflict transformed into a public scandal, leaving Song Zu'er exposed to legal risk and social condemnation. From a legal perspective, the situation was particularly cruel. Even though Song Zu'er may have been unaware of the specific financial violations, Chinese tax law ultimately holds the income earner responsible. This meant that regardless of intent, she had to bear the consequences. As a result, her career came to an abrupt halt. Upcoming works were delayed or shelved, public appearances were cancelled, and she effectively disappeared from the spotlight for a significant period of time. This enforced silence was not merely a pause in her career. It was a devastating psychological test. For a young actress who had invested years of effort into building her name, the sudden loss of visibility and public trust was deeply painful. In an industry where popularity is fleeting and competition relentless, time lost is often impossible to recover. When Song Zu'er eventually began to reappear after settling the legal aftermath, the landscape had already changed. New actresses had emerged, audience attention had shifted, and the industry had moved on. Although she was gradually allowed to resume activities, the shadow of the scandal lingered. Every comeback attempt was met with scrutiny, and every new project carried the weight of her past controversy. Nevertheless, Song Zu'er's experience also exposed deeper structural problems within the entertainment industry. Many young artists rely excessively on managers, agencies, and even family members to handle finances and contracts. This dependency, while convenient, often leaves them vulnerable. When trust breaks down, the consequences can be catastrophic. In this sense, Song Zu'er's story is more than a personal tragedy. It is a cautionary tale. It highlights the importance of financial transparency, legal awareness, and professional boundaries, even within family relationships. The glamour of fame often obscures the harsh reality that the entertainment industry is also a business, one governed by strict laws and unforgiving public opinion. Despite the damage done to her career, many observers believe that Song Zu'er still possesses the talent and resilience necessary for a long-term comeback. Public memory can be harsh, but it can also be short. If given the right roles and opportunities, and if she continues to demonstrate professionalism and growth, there remains hope that she can rebuild both her reputation and her career. Ultimately, Song Zu'er's journey serves as a reminder that success in the entertainment world is not solely determined by talent or luck. It is equally shaped by the people one trusts, the decisions made behind the scenes, and the ability to survive moments of profound crisis. Whether she will fully reclaim her former position remains uncertain, but her story has already left a lasting mark on the industry and on those who follow her path.